Fine.
And
yeah, sorry.
Welcome back to ESA Together 2020. Just want to let everybody know that we are here and we are running speedruns 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until the end of the week, until raise money for ESA and all of our affiliated events. But right now, we're going to head on over to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses with MrDaddyDean. Take it away, sir.
All right, hello guys. So as you hear, I'm MrDaddyDean. My name's Dean, and basically I'm just gonna go straight into it. So I will say 3, 2, 1, and let's go. That's start. So I basically just skipped the intro for you guys, but with this game, the way you select a deck is you get a choice of 3 decks to start the game off with, and then you pick what deck you want. So we always run the same deck, which is the zombie one. So the way you get that deck 100% of the time is by when you enter your name, which you might see eventually. There goes, my name's A. So if you type just A is the way you get your deck. So basically, a lot of a part of this is just pressing X simulator, just spamming the button, trying to get through this cutscenes and all this text skips. But it's basically just that. It's the War of the Roses, but with card games. I don't know why they decided that after Forbidden Memories, why you decided to go with an English theme, but they did. It's pretty cool. So yeah, basically in this run, because it's any percent, you run both sides of the game. So we're sided with Yugi first, so we're defeating Seto, and then we'll switch over to play as Seto's team and we'll try and defeat Yugi's army. So we have the fun part of every Yu-Gi-Oh game. Well, it's a couple of Yu-Gi games that don't do it. Is we have the deck edit. So I need to get rid of 13 cards and put in 13 passwords. So it's a very, very boring part of the game. But cool, I got that right. So basically just putting the passwords in. I won't be doing it as fast because of course, you know, I've made the estimate that I can have a little bit of leeway with messing things a little bit up. Because most of the time you want to try and be quiet and focus on the deck edit. However, because I'm doing a marathon, I need to talk through it all. But yeah, so basically we're just putting the cards in that we need. So we need some lab breakers. So I'll talk about them when we get to that part of these duels. We also need power-ups. We also need more zombie cards to make the best deck possible. So I don't have these memorized, if you're wondering. I've got a notepad of my off the numbers and letters, because have memorizing these would be pretty insane. So I don't have them memorized yet, anyway. Sorry, my cough's going back, so I'm talking a lot. Oh, it's one of those part of the game where because I'm not really doing much, I'm just kind of having to basically try and think of things to talk about. So as you'll see, if you haven't watched any of this game yet, or ever seen this Yu-Gi-Oh game, the duels will be a bit different from what you're used to. I try and compare. It's a bit like chess, really. You have a king, which is your deck leader, and you move him around the map, and you try and win that way. God, my cough is really bad today.
Well, while you're putting in those codes, do we have time for a quick announcement?
Oh, of course you can hop in with donations.
Right on. Well, we just had a sub bomb drop here. Our own Tiny Tim just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. And gifting subs is an amazing way to show support here for ESA Together. Don't forget you can do that in batches of 5 and 10. And if we get enough of those, we can get a hype train going.
There we go, guys. So thank you for this sub bomb supporting ESA and all that. So I've only got I have 3 passwords left, and then we can actually get onto the game. It's not the best. It's a very you shouldn't try and slate your game, but it is not the most exciting part of the run. once you get out of the way, it's not that bad. But like all games, when you're practicing, and there's always a very an annoying reset point or something you've got to do once you reset. This is sadly one of those games where if you get a run going, you've got to reset, you've got to do this all over again. Cool, and that's that done. So that usually takes, on average, 5 minutes if you're doing it slow. I've got a fastest time was like a 4 minute 19, something like that. So takes a while. No, I try and move my mic away every time I cough, but having water should help. So first duel is Rex. Dinosaur deck. Pretty simple way to do it. So what we're going to do, we have to do... No, we're fine here actually. We can do this, into this, into this, into this. So we're going to do this the safer way because my monster is going to be over 2000 damage. So Muka Muka's special ability, which is the card we use a lot during this run, is that for every monster you have in your graveyard, you gain 3000 damage, 300 attack, sorry. So as you can see, it's pretty good for when you have a lot of monsters, as we do, and it's a good one-hit KO. It's a very good one-hit KO for the duels. We have an issue. The one issue we have is because we've got a machine card on our left, he can play a spell card that destroys all machine monsters on the field. So that will slow us down a bit. And he just did. So that's what. So Strainstorm, it destroys all monsters. He also has Eternal Rest, which destroys all zombies. So you can see how this is an easy duel with the Manip, but if he plays the wrong cards, you kind of get trolled. So he should be fine, depending on what he does here. Okay, so I'm gonna try this strategy here to just try and counteract what he's doing. So he's gonna do this, and he'll play a monster. He's gonna defend himself. Okay, we might need a forfeit. So that's why you have the estimate high, because stuff like this can happen. I'll see what I've got in my hand, but I don't think I've got anything good. Yeah, okay. First duel, we have to surrender already. So this is sometimes happens, just how it is. So again, as I was talking about, the reset point. So there, if I'm practicing the game, I reset, you've got to do the deck edit all over again. But that's the risk with Rex, is basically the way you beat him. He also has cards that can just instantly destroy all the monsters that you have on the field. So that is it is very annoying, but it's, you just kind of gotta push through. Oh, nice. Okay, so Dimension Hole is another strategy for this duel. It's the most used one, so I'm very glad we got Dimension Hole, so we can should be able to win the duel in a couple turns, and it'll put us back on track with time. We won't be that far behind. So Dimension Hole moves your deck leader to where the card is. So as you can see here, and then because I didn't move him, I can move him again. Nice, I'll do this. So combining Dragon Zombie with another zombie summons Skelegon. And I guess I should talk about the field. So the field is, as you can see, it's different field spells from Yu-Gi-Oh! So you've got like Wasteland, you've got Yami, which is dark, Labyrinth, stuff like that. Now, zombie monsters get powered up on Wasteland and Dark. So most of the duels, as you can see, that's why I put Yami and Wasteland in my deck. Nice, put Slate Warrior. So Slate Warrior is another password card I put in. Slate Warrior can go over Crush Zone, so he's very handy for when we get to certain duels that have Crush Virus on the field. He also increases attack by 500, so again, 2400 we had enough to win, so that's pretty handy. So in this game, you can get cards by the slot machine, and in the slot machine, if you get 3 in a row of the same card, you get like a special card each. That's how you kind of get all cards in the game. But yeah, so as you can see at the bottom of the screen where it says DC, or deck cost, your deck cost has to be lower than your opponent for you to duel. So that's why we have a really low deck cost. However, we also have good monsters that we can confuse together, like all the zombie cards, so that's why we run a zombie deck. Right, so we're moving on to Weevil, who runs an insect deck, if you don't watch the anime. So that's why all of it's forest. Oh, we got Dimension Hole again. Okay, so this is really good, because Weevil always moves to his right, so our left. I didn't move that forward, which I meant to, which is my bad. I accidentally didn't press X and more. It's not that bad. I'll just tank the hit from his monster when I move my deck leader forward so I can attack him directly. It shouldn't be a strong monster because it's only the first turn. Right, I want to probably play... Yeah, I want to make Bean Warrior here. Or Soldier. So it's 1900 and it can move twice, so we should be able to win next turn. So I can attack him again, then I can summon Green Kappa. Which, if you want to spam your Kappas, Green Kappa, it takes the attack of the highest monster on the field, so it's pretty good. My throat is really gone. Good thing I got water. Oh,
Well, I've got a little something that might quench your thirst. I've got a donation for you.
on you go. Oh my god, yeah.
All right. Well, Tager Player gives us $5. Says, good lucksies on the run, Daddy Dean, from the DOTR community. Reminder to not get hit Eternal Rest, Mirror Wall, or Riroku OP. He puts that $5 towards Saturday's Ring Fit Adventure Beat World 2 game. He wants the language choice to be Japanese. And just to keep that in mind, that we have a lot of different incentives coming up that you can check out by going to esamarathon.com and checking out the donation tracker and all the things that you can put your money towards.
Very nice, thank you, Tager. Alright, so we finally finished this duel. Weevil traps himself in the corner. Very unlucky that he played 2 trap cards, but that's how it is. Oh my god. Oh, my throat. So, we're on to now the third duel, which is against Darkness Ruler. So he has, as you hear from his name, he has a dark field. But there's a very easy AI minute for him, which is pretty handy, so it's good. Cool. So what we do here is we move our deck leader forward, card on the left, move it, move again, card on the right, and he'll just move into us, and he'll just lose. That's the main minute. If he doesn't do it, it's just RNG again, so hopefully we get the minute. So we're not going to have enough damage to win the duel with only those 2 monsters. We need to summon another one, which is not that bad. It's just annoying for time. Like, you know, we lose time for doing this. Right, so we can just summon a monster, 400 damage. Luckily we got one that wasn't star cost. We were good. Oh, cool. So, star cost. Like a normal Yu-Gi-Oh, monsters require stars. You know, you need so for what was it, like 5 and 6, you need a sacrifice 1 monster, and 7 and above is like 2. However, in this game, because there's no sacrifice, you get 3. You get like a certain amount of stars per duel, like per turn. Sorry. So because luckily we didn't get another 4-star monster, or we were gonna have to wait another turn. We got lucky there. So Pegasus. Sadly, we're not playing as Yugi, so we can't call us Yugi Boy, Kaiba Boy, you know. But instead, we're playing as A, playing ourselves. So Labyrinth, as you can see in front of us, there's 2 ways to do this. You can either go to the left, to the right, well, 3 ways. But so we got D-hole on this duel. So what you want to do is, I made Amina play that there. That's I should have played it to the left of me so I can move it further, but it's fine. Because the way the dimension hole works, because you can play on like top left and top right, we can wait a couple turns and then play dimension hole where the labyrinth is, like where the normal space is between the 2 labyrinth slots. That works. So we can do it like this. We can do this. You move this card here because usually you can manip him to move in straight forward. Get rid of some cards so I can hopefully get Muka Muka or a field spell. So if he didn't have that card there, he would move down, and then because we are where we are now, we could summon in the top right and attack him directly. But because he's got a card blocking us, he doesn't do it. No, he still does, okay, my bad. But he's blocked us off, so it's kind of awkward. We might have to maybe lose. I'm out of water already. This is going to be a fun time. Right, so he can attack us directly because he can move twice. So what we're going to have to do is move into him. Oh, perfect, Muka Muka. So this. The field spell would be really good to play, but Muka Muka is the one shot, so I'd rather have the one shot for now. He won't do enough damage, but he'll do a lot. Probably like 3,000, am I right? 2,200. Bit off. But it's a lot at the moment. A wasteland would be very nice here. Hello, okay, that's fine. So what Pegasus can do is, if you have to kind of go risky strats against Pegasus because that's the way it is. And there, he did change a heart, which is fair enough. I went for the risky move, the risky play. You know, if he doesn't have change of heart, if he has tremendous fire, we win. Most likely, but we never had it. It's fine. Change of heart again works like it does in the card game, where he takes control of your monster for a turn. So because I had Muka Muka next to me, he just won the duel that way. You got dimensional again. I'm just going to do it this way actually, I'm just going to change my mind. So yeah, if you have any donations or anything you want to say, you can do it, because we're just redoing the same duel, so. Not a bother.
Excellent. Well, I just want to give a shout out to our community. You know, if you like what you're seeing here at ESA and you want to get more involved, come on over to the ESA Discord. We're at discord.gg/ESA Marathon. I mean, we've got an incredibly friendly, welcoming community that's had a ton of fun before, during, and after each and every one of our events. You can also get up-to-date information from our Twitter at twitter.com/ESA Marathon. And if you're tuning in and find that you've missed out on a run, you can always check out the VODs. They're available for all of our runs, both on Twitch and on our YouTube channel.
There we go, lads, so you can check that out. So I forgot to activate Dimension Hole, so kind of wasted a turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I don't think I can really do the manip. I can't speak the manip because of kind of wasting that turn on Dimension Hole. So he's got a card next to me, so I can't really afford to take damage and then not hit him as well. So we can pray for Yami and win that way as well. However, he might move down anyway. Yeah, he moves down because where that monster is, he always moves down. So Yami, Muka Muka, I win. Oh, I win anyway because I got another Great Mammoth. Sorry, this is really bad. So, what I'm going to do now is, because I know I've won, because I've got Okazaki, and Okazaki, again, like it does in the card game, does 500 damage. I'm moving my cards away from me in case he does change of heart. If he had Change of Heart and some other toon monster, he'd win. But he's okay. I'll just attack him directly. He's not moving. Oh, there we go. Invisible wire. That's, you know, trying to save time. Doesn't matter. I'll just win with my card. Cool. Right. So again, toon. Pegasus is the only duelist that uses toon, of course, like in the anime. With toon slots, basically every card loses 500 damage, and only certain ones get powered up. Like the cards that would have like toon versions of themselves in the TGS, or yeah, the card game, whatever. So 2 losses already, not optimal, but you know what, not that bad. Estimates where it is for a reason. Marathon luck, can't reset, RNG, all that stuff. So against Bandit Keith, as you can see, is now wearing an UK bandana, not an American one, because we're in Britain. We only go as high as Newcastle, but we do go to France when we're with Settle, because we have to invade France. So by winning card games, we get to do the dimension hole strategy. Lovely. So because we don't have a good zombie, we don't have strong monsters, we have the dimension hole strat. So Keith should, if you do it normally, he would move to the left and he won't summon a monster to defend himself, but this way you can quickly defeat him. Because we have to do the D-hole strat. So we still need a strong monster, or else we can't defeat him. This does the trick. So I'm going to change my hand. I'm going to do this. Don't need the power up. And again, we want to try and get rid of our hand, so we get maybe a Muka Muka in case he somehow defeats our Dark Assailant. Because Keith can turn to summon Slot Machine and power it up. It has 3200 damage and it's not fun. But you should just put a card in defense mode. There you go. Perfect. Skelegon, and then we win the duel. So this is again another one of those manips where he doesn't. The AI in this game are really badly programmed. They don't defend themselves most of the time if you know what you're doing. So again, if you're a kid and you played Pumpkin King, for example, and you put it in defense mode and you left it to try and get, because every time in defense mode it gains 100 attack to all zombies. But in this, you never use that ability in this because you don't need to. So it's quite helpful. So yeah, Keith, the card professor, as he calls himself, we defeated him. So we now move on to Ishtar. So again, sorry, the aim, I didn't really explain the story as much. So we are defeating these duelists to collect rose cards, and the rose cards then allow us to, we're meant to try and collect them all to stop a summoning of a monster, like there's a guy, pretty much. But as you can find out, we summon them all and then we duel Settle, and that's the plan all along, is when you collect all the cards, you have to duel when it summons him. So Settle basically tricks us because you summon him anyway and you have to defeat him. Because Settle wants to summon these people to help win the war, but of course, just like all bad guys, you summon them and they go, haha, I want to take over the world anyway. So, and you'll recognise them from Forbidden Memories. Abbreviated, they're MFL. I'm not going to attempt to say the full word of it because it's pretty long. I'll butcher it. So, Ishtar again. You play a monster on Wasteland. You play a spell on the Aqua, and she always moves forward into you. She can play a trap card, which Mirror Wall, which is why the donation memed Mirror Wall, because it will, it basically halves your attack every time you attack, so it would take this duel takes so long. But we got good RNG with our cards. We got a good green Kappa to win the duel, G-Mammy power-ups. He did a lot of damage early. So sadly, even though we didn't destroy any of her monsters and she put none in the graveyard, you can still get 3 in a row with her deck leader. Because if you couldn't do that, you would save actually a decent amount of time if you didn't have to defeat monsters, because then you wouldn't have the animation of a graveyard slot machine, which you actually get a couple duels that are like that, where like if you can't get the deck leader out of the slot machine, like Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Skull Knight, you don't defeat any monsters, you just skip that, I'm pretty sure. So we're on another lab breaker part of the duel. This is our main one, so that I put two of them in my deck. Most runners use 3 now. But I'm so used to my deck edit, I keep it as 2. So I'm kind of putting myself at disadvantage a little bit, but I have another card in my deck that kind of makes it worth. However, we got Dimension Hole, so we're going to have to do the Dimension Hole strategy, which isn't that bad. It's still the same, you pretty much just have to move your Dimension Hole forward. I will say that this is one of my weaker duels. There is a manip where you get the Labyrinth Ruler, to move his deck leader like towards you if you have like a card face down, so that you can attack him and then like move forward and then summon a monster. I'm going to try that if I don't have a Lab Breaker. I do have a Lab Breaker. Okay, perfect. So we'll just get rid of some card. We'll just do this. Do this. He might still move into us, which would be perfect if he does. Okay, he's not going to. That's fine. We'll do it this way. He could have... Oh, he's doing this. Okay. That's annoying. So he also does that, which means he blocks himself in more. He moves a slot. It's pain. Like, why has he got to be like this? But that's really good, because now he's blocked himself in, we can always move Barrel Rock to defend ourselves. So we can always move to the left and destroy the Labyrinth, because he won't move to the right because he's blocked himself in. So it's not that bad, actually. We might just be too far behind because of where our deck leader is. We might have to summon over Barrel Rock at some point, which is not that bad. And he did exactly what I said he would do. He's going to attack us directly here, I think. I think that's maybe a double movement card. That's not. Okay, I need a Yami here. And that's what you call the gods looking down on me. So I'm sadly not going to have enough damage. I'm going to be 100 short, but because he's trapped himself in, he might just forfeit the duel, because they do that in this game. If they can't, no, sorry, he can play on his top left. So if the deck leader or the AI can't summon a card, it will just automatically forfeit because it can't do anything. But we've won anyway. Like, he can't really do much now. So we're getting good RNG on the duels that are kind of harder, and bad RNG on the duels that were kind of easier. So I guess it kind of makes up itself. I wish I got more in one glass of water. That's my bad. So we have one more duel left before we move on to the bosses, if you want to call them that. The more harder duels. Last duel is Necromancer. So by the name you can guess what type of deck he uses. So this is another duel where it's like, it's good for you because it's lots of wasteland slots. But it's also kind of bad because also then he's got zombie monsters that get powered up and stuff. So it's kind of, you know. Nice, okay, this works. No, this is really good. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we need to do this. So we got a really good hand for this, actually. Because you can play Yami on the field spell to activate, like, to get movement. But also Aqua Goo, because you can move twice. And you can maybe attack him directly with Aqua Goo, because he moves his cards out of the way. Oh! Well, that's awkward. So Dark Hole... basically ruins my nip. So what I'm going to do now is, instead of forfeiting, I'm just going to basically use Muka Muka. And hopefully he doesn't attack Muka Muka so I can get Muka Muka as strong as possible. That's basically the game plan here. But if he attacks it, it's not that bad. It's just a bit annoying. Right, we'll see if I win this. Most like, I mean, his deck's quite strong though. What's this? That's what I get for trying, isn't it, guys? So I'm going to surrender this duel. There's no point now with a 3000 monster. I would need a Great Mammoth, a Gold Fiend, plus a power up to even contend with that Armored Zombie. So, exactly what I said at the start of the duel. It sounds simple, but the manip, if it doesn't work, if he decides to play Dark Hole, you just basically need to forfeit and move on. It's one of those things where it's... Sorry, excuse me. You can't be like, oh, I misplayed the manip. If I did it wrong, if I didn't, you know, didn't remember certain things like this. Okay, I'm going to do this. There's a D-hole strategy that if the Yu-Gi-Oh runners, DOTR runners watching this, if I'm doing it wrong, you can laugh. I cannot remember if you activated D-hole first or second. I'm gonna guess it's second because now I can move forward and attack him directly. So it must be, I must be doing it somewhat right. I kept a warrior. I think I kept that warrior card in case I got a zombie. I got Muka Muka again. I'm going to keep that Violet Crystal in case I get a power up. I guess I get a zombie. I'm getting Muka Muka in kind of the wrong times because I'm not having enough to one-hit KO him. It's only got 2000 damage. It's going to die to another zombie card, but we'll see, we'll see.
Well, do we have time for a quick shout out?
Yeah, on you go.
All right. Well, I just want to remind everybody that if you have an Amazon Prime account, then you have access to Twitch Prime. And Twitch Prime gives you a free sub every month to any channel you want. So why not subscribe to ESA using your Twitch Prime account? And you can get access to our amazing emotes and our sub badges now. Now, that's going to call the end of my hosting duties right now. I'm going to be switching the mic over to Paulister here, and he'll take you through the rest of your run and through the next few hours, including a little shameless self-promotion. I have a run coming up in a little less than 3 hours of the Good Time Garden. So if you want to come back and hear my voice one more time, I'll be back in just a couple hours' time. But for now, I leave you in the very capable hands of Paulister.
Thank you. I'm just going to speak a little bit just so to make sure that I'm well audible and chat can hear me. So, hi, Daddy Dean.
Hello. UKSG gang here.
Yes. This is the perfect block for it.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to leave you to it then.
No worries. So, as you saw with Necromancer, if you saw my facial reactions, it's because even I forget sometimes that the AI don't defend themselves. All he had to do is block my Muka Muka off and he might have a chance of not losing. Instead, he decided, you know what? I kind of like losing duels. And he just kind of let himself die. You know, just get defeated, sorry. I just say die. He didn't die, he lost a card game. But, you know, in Yu-Gi-Oh! You lose a card game, you get sent to the Shadow Realm, you lose your soul. So it's basically like dying, isn't it? Like, so, yeah, so another Dimension Hole. You basically want to rush the enemy deck leader. Ooh, okay, this could... okay, use Green Kappa. Pray that his monster below me is quite strong. How much is it? 700. Oh, that's bad. That's not helpful. Could just play Jammy then. I didn't have a zombie to make a good Great Mammoth. That's why I didn't want to play Jammy. However, we have a positive that we can attack him twice. But on mountain, zombies are weaker, so it's really not that you know, it's not good as best it could be. And I didn't get a zombie either. Okay, we're gonna have to switch it up. So we're gonna attack with Green Kappa first, because on Warrior, on grass, Warriors move twice. And then I'll play Yami, and I'll basically just discard my full hand to make sure I get a zombie next turn. I'll keep the power up because I need it, I think, in case he destroys Green Kappa. Get rid of the slot next to me in case Richard wants to play a strong monster. I should be able to withstand the damage that he's going to inflict. Yeah, so he'll probably destroy Green Kappa here, and I should be able to win next turn. Or not. Oh, okay, this could be... Okay. He's got Acid Trap Hole, which destroys your monster, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't that before I attacked. There we go. I don't need the power up now because I've got Yami. So 2700, I'll win the duel and we can move on to the worst duel of the game, or the second worst. People can debate it. We come up to Seto. Now Seto is all RNG. It's you have 2 manips you can do, or 3, but it's basically all the AI's choice if it wants to move forward. Because most of the time he'll just move to the right and then you've got to surrender. So we could end up doing this for a couple of tries. But yeah, if you have any donations or anything you want to shout out, you can do, because I'm just going to be mashing X for the next minute.
Well, we don't have any donations as of yet, but I would like to say that we truly appreciate all the support you're giving with donations, subscriptions, and cheers, and for reaching that 400 sub point goal that I had unofficially set near the end of my shift yesterday. But if you can't support us directly through these means, make sure to tell all your friends about us. ESA puts on 2 massive speedrunning events per year, and we want everyone to be able to experience how amazing they are. So tell your friends, we are here. We're going to be here until Monday, so this cool event is happening, and it's going to be great fun. As for an incentive we have coming up, we have the Toho 6 character and shot choice incentive, which hasn't had much progress, so it would be nice to see some donations come in for that. Your options are Reimu A, which has $5 to its name, Marissa A, Marissa B, and
Perfect timing, because now we're moving on to Seto. So, I'll explain the manip if we get it. So I'll explain what manip we are going to do depending on what cards we draw. So let's see what the, heart of the cards, Tia, what am I getting? I am getting this manip. So, if the monster is over 1700, you summon it, you flip up in the middle, and you pray that he moves forward. And he's going to move forward. Thank you. So, he moves forward here. Moves straight into your monster. Wait. Perfect. So he now cannot leave. Because he's put a card behind him, he will either move 1 space back or 1 space to his right. So we should be able to win. We should just get a free win. Oh, this is perfect. Now, does Pumpkin King make into Great Mammoth or not? Because I don't want to bottle this. I'm just going to do it this way. Cool. So, this is actually the best way to do this duel. If I did this in my practice with live split, and I did it as quick as possible without really explaining and without overthinking it, that's a goal split. Because that is the perfect way to do that duel. That's even quicker in Dimension Hole. Because most of the time, you get the manip, but you don't get the cards to back it up. So you've got to waste another turn of him moving and you summoning. But there, we got the perfect cards. 2200, 1800, bang on 4000, win the duel. So I was really scared of Seto. So that's a lot of time save compared to that we could have lost because of having to reset on Seto. So losing to Necromancer and Keith and Pegasus, it's annoying, but it's not as bad now because we got the perfect Seto. So it's really good. And then, in your PB and when you're playing the game, you can see your time. I've decided, I'm just going to have the game. Not going to look at my time. So I don't know what I've got. So I'm hoping that we're going to say 40. You can all laugh and chat if I'm off. That's kind of what you want to be. This first half of the game takes a lot longer than the second. So if you're thinking in your head, wait, he's at 40 or he's at 50. Oh no. If you you know, both halves should be the same length. If you double it, it's bad. It's not, because this half of the game's got more duels, because you've got to do Pegasus, who doesn't have a rose card, so you actually do one extra duel. So there you go, Mana Wabba Fablar. That's him. That's the guys from Forbidden Memories as well, I think. I've never played the game, so... But yeah, these guys are annoying, but the first one is quite easy. So again, it's just another minute. Because it's Crush Zone, he always moves into you for some reason. Right, so we got Great Mammoth, but I need a field spell. Interesting. So usually the first card he plays is a trap card. And that's why I played a weak monster to bait the trap card. However, he's played... That's interesting. No, I'll do this actually. So you want to put a field spell there, because then it won't go in his Crush Zone. And because he's on Crush, he thinks the monsters will get destroyed, so he will always stay where he is. But Green Kappa would have been quite good there, because Green Kappa can attack, then get destroyed on Crush. If it's a high enough and over 1500. But I decided to try and get a field spell. Right, I need to make sure. So we're going to summon Zombie Warrior here. We can't use Great Mammoth because of the fact we don't have a field spell down. And the minute we summoned it, it would just get destroyed. So, we end our turn. He'll move back. Play a card. And now what we do is, we're going to check our hand for a field spell. Don't have one. What we're going to do now is just end our turn. And he'll move straight back into us. So now if I had Green Kappa, I would win. Because the force cards take your life points and put it into their monster. So that monster is really strong. But because he's on Crush, he cannot summon it. Because it will just get instantly destroyed. Now I'm going to do something that most runners will never do. Is make... Okay, that doesn't make it. I'm an idiot. I thought it would make Stone Ghost. But it doesn't. So, we'll just use Muka Muka. I was going to make Stone Ghost because it didn't matter. We were going to win the duel anyway. But we'll just use Muka Muka. Sadly, we have to waste the animation of him getting destroyed by the virus. And yeah, we now finish the first half of the game. And there, like I said, you don't get a graveyard slot. So basically, I'll explain what I wanted to do. So where I had the monster to my right that I fused the rock and warrior with, you want to put a field spell there. So then you can have a strong monster on the dark or wasteland slot. And because you're attacking onto Crush, but you're moving back to where you are originally, your card doesn't get destroyed. So he'll just move back, forward, thinking, oh, I'm safe because I've got a Crush Zone, even though he's getting attacked directly. That way, you can then actually play, like, Mammoth Graveyard, you know, like G-Mammy as we call it, Pumpkin King, stuff like that. Or the best way is get Slate Warrior. That gets double, you get an extra 500 attack points. And then you also get the double movement. But yeah, so this is the end credits. Joke. The game, we have an extra half to do. So yeah, if you again, you might not have any donations, anything you want to say. I'm literally like, this just goes on for a minute, so you can feel free to say anything you want. So,
well, I can say a little bit about the event that we're currently running just now. ESA Together is a week-long online marathon that will feature speedrunners and score attackers from all around the world. We invite everybody, be it ESA regulars or first-timers, showcasing their best for you. ESA Together is supporting ESA and our other affiliated events' increased costs this year, connected with the coronavirus outbreak. So all your donations are going to a relatively decent cause, and we're going to be running some great events thanks to all of your support. I just wanted to say one more thing. You might have noticed, besides the donation total, there's this little sub-points thingy right at the bottom. Well, let me explain a little bit more about how that works. During ESA Together, the first 800 subs to ESA will be matched by a $2.50 donation from our sponsor, HyperX. Let's smash that goal and work our way to another emote slot you can all use. So the goal here is 800 times 2.5, if my math doesn't fail me, of course. That's 2,000 that are going to be matched by HyperX. Quite a lot of money. So that's, yeah, there's Daddy Dean showing off the headset. Yeah, so far we've already gotten 414 sub points, which is pretty cool. It'd be really cool as well if we hit like 420 sub points or 450 by the end of my shift in about 2-ish hours or 3 hours. So yeah, get your subscriptions in, gift subs to your friends, use Twitch Prime, and yeah, help us raise money for such a great cause.
Cool. So we are now moving on to the second half of the game, and just as he was saying, ESA newcomers, that's me. Even though you might have seen me here on via other platforms, this is of course my first ESA event that I'm actually attending as an ESA runner, not just a part of another event that's using this channel to run. So we now side with Simon. Well, that's basically siding with Yugi, and we now. No, we're siding with Seto. I'm being an idiot. We side with Seto, and we're now defeating Yugi. I got completely confused there because I forget the other side. So yeah, we're siding with Seto to defeat Yugi. So basically, also depending on what side you start, because you start Seto, because you start with Yugi, Rex and Weevil, because it's your first two duels, I'm pretty sure they're actually worse than if we started with Seto and played with Taya. So this duel is actually harder than it would be if you did it with if you did this first compared to doing it in the second half, apparently. So Taya, again, as every duel, we have a certain way we do it. I'm gonna check for Dimension Hole, but oh, and good thing I did check because we got Dimension Hole, perfect. Because on Taya, you actually move forward and just end your turn. But something in my head was like, I'm going to check for Dimension Hole. And you can move your deck leader forward. Because she always plays a card there, which means you can attack her directly this turn. If you have no monsters on the field, she'll always play a card either there or in front of her and then move it to the left. Because she likes to move her monster onto the mountain slot because she gets double attack points because they're fairies. Interesting. We also got a mountain slot. So this probably won't make Pumpkin King. It makes Wood Remains. Okay, that's fine. Dragon Zombie would have probably been maybe better. But that's fine. It would have been very nice to get the Wasteland down. Which I probably could have got actually and then just waited a turn to attack her. Because I don't think she put a card in front of me. But I don't mind. Because I could maybe get Muka Muka here. And just destruct. Because most likely there it's going to be stronger. But I think she'll get spellbound, if I'm correct. Yeah, there you go. So, perfect. I can move forward and just attack her. I want to get rid of these cards, actually. So I'm going to put my Lesser Dragon on the mountain because I can attack twice. I can move twice, sorry. So when she moves away again, I can attack her. But sadly, even though I got Dimension Hole, I'm not getting any strong monsters here. So I most likely should have played the Feel spell. So that's maybe my bad. Again, I misplayed that. So what we can do now is attack her directly and then put a zombie monster on Lesser Dragon and make Zombie Dragon and win the duel. Or just summon Zombie Dragon anyway. That works as well. I'm also glad that my throat's kind of not going as bad so I can talk more. Because at the start of the run, as you heard, I thought I was going to have to like get my mum to like leave water in my door or something because I was coughing like mad. But we're all good now. So, I'm competing with my run I did in January, which is actually also on the ESA VODs if you want to compare if I've improved or anything. See if I get a better time than that run. Because, you know, I want to showcase this game. A lot of people. I'm gonna guess that you're all saying, I played this game as a kid. I loved this game as a child. That's what you always hear, and it's really good when people say that because I played this game as a child. You know, and then as you do, you grow up and you don't play it. And then when you're trying to look for a game to speedrun, once you know a certain game gets boring, I was like, here, that Yu-Gi-Oh game might be have speed runs, and it did. And here I am now in front of you guys, showcasing the run. So we are doing this. And again, like I said, when you're playing as a kid, or even now when you didn't know the speedrun AI manips, you would maybe leave Pumpkin King or stuff like that. Even more power-ups, perfect. And the funny thing is, I played this deck as a child, so I didn't, of course, put the passwords in, but I used the zombie deck as a kid. So I find it so funny that the speedrun uses a zombie deck, so I'm already used to all the cards, because I still remember making Pumpkin King as a kid, you know, Great Mammoth, all those people. So we don't need to move our deck leader forward anymore, because our zombie card gets double movement. He won't defend himself, because you can't really with double movement, and I just win that way. So again, another easy duel. Gets out of the way. And we move on to the two hard duels that come up. After Joey, if I've got my... I think I was getting ahead of myself. We have Joey, and then we have Mai and Mako, who, of course, water and mountain dragon and water monsters are so annoying. Or is Joey after them? I think Joey might be after them. I think it's Mai now. Legit harder than the boss fights sometimes. Like Seto, easy. I did it because I got the manip. This is very annoying. And also, I'm pretty sure she's meant to be Yugi's grandmom or mum. I swear there's something like that if you read it. The storyline, it's weird. Like, she's not just Mai. I don't know, but... Okay, this works. So she always moves to her left, so our right. So what you want to do is, you want to try and basically make her move instantly. So you basically just summon a monster to blitz her with. Because she'll always run away. And now, she usually always plays a card there, puts in defense mode, but she's going to attack us. Okay. That's fine. So all her monsters are dragons, pretty much, and they all get double movement and get 500 attack. I'm going to get rid of basically every card here. We want to get a field spell now. It's basically how we want to do this, because that card is going to bomb it towards us. So. Interesting. I've not seen that. She didn't move the card forward. Interesting. I've got an idea for this duel. Use green Kappa because it copies the highest attack damage to defeat that monster that's come out to attack us. Which is, I'm going to guess, Harpy Lady Sisters. Why? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, I was going to use Green Kappa, but I need to use the field spell so I can just move my cards forward. The issue we have is she's going to start moving away from us. So we're going to do this and basically make her leave. Oh, she's not. Interesting. Okay. There we go. Oh, you didn't put in defense mode. Nice. What is she doing? This is interesting. I've actually not seen this, like... I mean, she didn't move her Darkfire Dragon towards me. No, but this is like a trap card or something, isn't it? It's not. Right. I've got to be careful here. If I move forward and... No. I'm fine, I'm fine. I should be fine. Should be fine. She'll attack me with that. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, what is... Okay. Okay, I should win now. I keep saying okay, but this duel kind of triggers me. Please? Nice. That's really good. Cool, so we got Mai out of the way. Sometimes I think the best way is you use Dimension Hole forwards, but if you have a monster that moves twice on Mountain, or like had like King Tiger, it moves twice anyway, that's its ability, or card effect. It will... You should put it on the top left, because then she moves to the right anyway, and then she plays her monster to the right, so that it's away from you. I think that's the best way to do it, but it worked out in the end. So, Mako. Less like Mako in the anime, you've got to fight him on water, as in not just an aqua zone, legit, you've got to fight him on the sea. I don't know if you fight him on an island, or if you fight him on a boat, but because there's grass zone areas on this map, I'm going to call it, I guess, duel field. So I don't know if that's like part of an island, like islands, I'm guessing that's maybe what it's meant to represent. I've got to be careful, I don't want to make Muka Muka disappear, so I'm just going to use my caterpillar as bait here. A fuel spell would be very nice, to be honest. I really like a fuel spell. Perfect. Another fuel spell. Things you love to see. I'll get rid of Mr. Move Twice card because I just went Muka Muka. So I sadly need to use it. Oh, I didn't flip my R2. Well, we lost a fuel spell. Feels bad. At least we get to see what his monster is going to be. Oh, perfect. Okay. I thought he was going to usually attacks my fuel spell. So I thought that's why when I didn't flip it over, I was like, oh no, I've mucked up. Like I pressed my button too late. I didn't activate it in time. I'm pretty sure I'll make Stone Ghost, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to play Muka Muka and then win next turn. I bet you I'm on 3700. I bet you I need to discard that card. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I wouldn't have won anyway. It's fine. I wouldn't have won anyway. I would have only got an extra 300 damage, but I wouldn't have won. That's fine. So the risk was kind of worth paying off. It didn't really make a difference. And again, all he had to do was play a monster to the right, and he defends himself, and I most likely can't win this turn. But guess what? It's the AI. They didn't do it, and I can just do this. Even though I probably could move forward and summon over it, but I think it was too far away. So yeah, each duel's got its own manip you want to do. I call it manip because it pretty much is. You make the AI do weird things like not defend themselves or just trap themselves in a certain corner that you want them to go into. So it's not that bad. So here's Joey. This side of the game, like if you pick Seto, this is the easier side in my opinion, apart from Mai and Mako. Because the duels aren't hard, they're just annoying. Like the manip, and it's all RNG stuff. Like there's a duel that you'll find out I could be here for like the field. I could actually discard my full deck. This is awkward. This is awkward. Because I need to be able to move twice, and I can't. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if the manip's going to work. Because he usually moves forward. Yeah, it's not going to work because I don't have a card that moves twice. Yeah, interesting. Okay. That's annoying. Perfect. This works. He's now a zombie, so he moves twice. However, he lost his effect to power up. It's an immortal effect. which means he's gonna lose. Oh, okay, this I might need to forfeit this low key, like because it's just gonna be a pain. I think Pumpkin King is Pumpkin got enough on. I'm gonna play it out, but I might need to forfeit this. It's just one of those things again. Today the simple duels are not giving me the right cards that I want. Yeah, it's unlucky. I don't mind that. Like again, I should have just surrendered once I didn't get the right cards, but because it's a marathon, I kind of want to play it out. I want to try and see if I can make it work instead of just surrendering and saving time. Wasted like 2 minutes, maybe 3. It's a bit annoying, but just how it is. One day, I will get a flawless no-lose run into a marathon. At some point, the RNG will be right. I won't bottle it. I won't, I will get a no-loss run. But just how it is. So what you want is a zombie or a card that can move twice. You put it on the wasteland slots, you bomb it forward, he'll move into you, and that's how you win. But because I didn't have a card that moved twice, he just didn't move into me, because why would he? Why would he anyway? But, whatever. See, there we go. That's what you want. Mammoth Graveyard. Into the G-Mammy. And then you want a field spell to get rid of the mountain, however, it doesn't matter that much. So I think he's gonna spell build me because it's Time Wizard. Also, I'm actually pretty sure I'm not, like, when I'm doing this now, and the Yu-Gi-Oh runners in the chat are probably thinking to themselves, you're doing this wrong. And I forgot to move my deck leader first, which meant perfect. I win the duel anyway. No, I'll win next turn. What I'm meant to do is move my deck leader, then play my card, because he's meant to be at the top right now, like right at the top. So that's my own fault again, just kind of me doing stupid things. But I'll win next turn. He's got nowhere to run now, so bit annoying that I'm kind of mucking up these simple things, just kind of forgetting what to do, but it's alright. I'm still winning. I'm wasting a turn, not getting them in it. Maybe it would be in the same length. I'm playing extra cards, not the end of the world. But yeah, again, I'll let you hop in if you have any donations or anything you want to say, because we've just, it's been a couple minutes, so have you got anything?
Well, I can talk about something very lovely. I just want to direct people's attention to the lovely... Here, let's do a little mind game. Think of your favorite t-shirt. The best t-shirt you've ever worn. Okay. Now go to www.speedrunstore.com and look at the t-shirts there. Chances are the two images match. So if you think that's the case, then go over there and get one of those t-shirts, and because they're incredibly comfy. I'm even wearing one right now, and they feel very nice. So, yeah. If you want a new t-shirt, www.speedrunstore.com is the place to go.
There we go, guys. Get your tops there. Sadly, I don't have one. I'm letting the gang down, but I can get one now. I've technically ran it ESA right. I'm not in Sweden. Still counts, my opinion. So we will, get one eventually. But yeah, so this duel, you either want a field spell or Slate Warrior, in my opinion. But because we didn't get any of those, we will just use a field spell. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually play. We're going to pray that he doesn't destroy Mammoth Grave. I'm an idiot. I forgot he destroys dinosaurs. Silly. I don't mind that because I'm going to use Muka Muka to win. So I'm kind of annoyed that I used my field spell. I don't have any zombies because the wasteland would have been very nice. But Muka Muka, if I get enough cars destroyed, it won't matter in the end. That has a weird leader ability. It destroys dinosaurs. What a weird one that is. So, we won't be able to get the bonus movement speed, and Muka Muka's sadly only going to be at 2700. But it will do the job. Oh, why you gotta be awkward? Why have you got to be awkward? Oh, why you not gonna be awkward? Things you love to see. A cheeky wasteland. I'm not getting, like, I'm getting the zombies too late, or, like, I'm not got enough deck cost there to summon Pumpkin King. I'm kind of getting annoyed. A bit trolly, isn't it? And luckily for us, we now win, because he can't defend himself, and Muka Muka will do the, he'll lethal blow him with 3200 damage, so... it's pretty good. Cool, so that's that duel over. We only have a couple left. We've got Grandpa, we've got Bakura, we've got Yugi, and then we've got the final duel. I think I'm right with that. So we've only got 4 left, so it's pretty good. We've not got the RNG of me spamming square, circle, and triangle and getting a 3 in a row, because that can happen sometimes if you just mash and don't even try and get 3 in a row. You just like end up getting it anyway. So this is the most annoying duel in the game, because there's nothing you can do. There's no AI manip. It's basically, you discard your deck until you get a wall breaker, or lab breaker as I call them, because it's labyrinth spots and you want to break them. So lab breaker. Is the heart of the cards looking down on us? Nope. Right, so we just discard it. There's 2 of them. I've got 2 in my deck. I've got Barrel Rock, and I've got Daruma Cannon. I think it's Daruma. It's a cannon. Other people also use Cannon Soldier, but I'm not about that life, to be honest. I can't be bothered to change my deck in it, even though it wouldn't be that hard to. I just remove a card and put this in, but whatever. So I'm most likely going to keep Muka Muka here, just so I can get a lethal. I think if I find Muka Muka, I won't discard him. The problem arises now with the fact that I basically am discarding all my good zombie monsters, which means I kind of need to keep a card. And there's another problem arising, which is you only get 3 deck stars per turn. So if we get a hand of like 3 4-star monsters, we can barely it gets hard to discard them unless you have spell cards. So I'll use Okazaki just to do damage. You know, why not? 500 damage. You might need it, even though if this is going the way it's going to go, like my practice run yesterday, we're going to get Muka Muka at 9,999. Which it might look like it's going to get there, because we are not getting lucky. Oh wow. So imagine we got Exodia'd, because basically, if you haven't guessed, Grandpa's field is so that he can summon Exodia. So his deck is like the anime deck. He's got the left. So the card in front of us right now, that is the, like, in front of him, sorry. Perfect, we got Barrel Rock. Is the left, it's one of the legs or arms of Exodia. And the whole point of him is so he makes Exodia, and that's how he wins the duel. I'm pretty sure, like, there's no really other way he wins. We have an issue though, that is Battle Rock's got 1000 damage, but the pieces of Exodia have 1100 armor. The armor defense when in a dark zone, so we sadly can't like move Battle Rock forward when the duel. It's very annoying. So what I might do is summon a zombie monster, get rid of that, and then use Muka Muka next turn. So just do like this. Like this, maybe? Yeah. So there we can do this. Yeah, it's 1000 damage, we couldn't win. And then, even though we could win, we can win next turn, because even if we can move Pumpkin King twice. But we can just move our deck leader forward and just play Muka Muka. Or I could just play like a zombie monster and win that way. But I feel like having Muka Muka at like, you know, insane attack damage is going to be quite fun. So let's not bottle this, let's go Dragon, let's go Wind Remains into this, into this, into this. So Wind Remains into Dragon Zombie, into Immortal, into Muka Muka. Because why not have a little bit of fun? Could have won the... Here we go. What's it at? 9,500. 600, sorry. We were really close to getting the 9999. We needed 2 more monsters. Unlucky. So yeah, Muka Muka is like the most overpowered card in the game. And that's why you password him in. Cool. So, two duels before the final boss. Bakura and Yugi. So we have Bakura now. And this is why our deck cost is so low, because he's 757 and we are 754. So because we don't want to waste time in deck edit throughout the run, changing deck costs and stuff, unless you get like a power up card or another Yami, or another Wasteland, another Zombie, another G, like a Mammoth Graveyard. You want to keep your deck cost as low as possible, so you don't, what you call it, you don't do that. So Bakura's bonus, as you see here, he destroys rock cards, so you can't use Muka Muka against him, sadly. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to do something weird. You might think, what are you doing? Because I don't have enough of Slate Warrior this turn, I'm going to actually let him attack me, and then I can use Slate Warrior, like, on that crush zone. Sorry again for my throat, like, trying to mute my mic and also play at the same time is kind of hard, so I just move it away from me. Hopefully it's not as gross as it sounds from my end. So Slate Warrior is the best card you want for this duel. Sadly, we got a turn a bit late. Now I'm hoping that his card can't move twice, because I don't want to move my deck leader forward. I want to like keep him away. Oh, it's annoying. So now it's on this crush zone though, so it can't move twice. This duel's kind of a bit annoying, to be really honest, because of just the way how it's been panning out. However, if I can get a green Kappa, I can maybe win, because I can attack him directly and use my bonus damage with Slate Warrior. I need to watch out as well that he doesn't kill me. RNG, what's he attacking? Because I might lose this if he attacks my Cyberstein. Which he probably will attack, because it's the AI. Oh, he didn't. Perfect. Lovely stuff. And I just win the duel now. Oh, you gotta love the AI in this game. They're so funny. Just completely away. I'm gonna attack you directly, but and also power up a monster, but not actually attack me with it. It's very strange. So, final duel against Yugi Moto, the king of games himself. And I think I heard a knock, but I'm like, why would you be knocking? Basically, just the final duel. That is off the rose cards. And then it's pretty much the same thing. You know, you want to we'll duel him, and then we get the rose cards, and then because we're teaming with Seto now, we summon the guy, and you know it's the same thing really. So that's how it works when you're when you're against Seto, you duel him with all the rose cards to bait you into accidentally summoning MFL. While when you play with Yugi, you collect. No, when you're playing with Seto, sorry, you have all the rose cards and you accidentally summon him. Yeah. So play with Yugi, you duel Seto by accident. When you're with Seto, you summon it because he wants you to. So we got Dimension Hole maybe a turn early, late, sorry, but we can now use Muka Muka. He won't move. He'll summon a card on Crush, and then you can just attack him directly by moving forward and putting your card in the Aqua Zone. So not that bad. Save one Yami in case we need it for a zombie monster next turn. Because he'll start moving to his right. Or is it his left? I get confused. No, it's his right because he's facing forwards. So even if we discarded that monster that's behind us, it still would not have been enough damage to win the duel. But we're lucky enough that we can just summon over the grass terrain and defeat him. Unless we're unlucky enough not to get a monster that has 700 damage. Oh, we got Green Kappa. Perfect. Was that his Destiny draw card? Negate attack. Because even if the AI defends himself or automatically attacks me, I can then summon on that forest spot. So technically, he still loses either way. I didn't actually need to make that. I just realised. I thought because he's on mountain, I would need to make that because my monster would lose damage, but because it's only minus 500 and Mammoth Graveyard is 1200, I would have had 700 damage, so I would have been fine. And I'll let you, if again, we're coming up to a bit of text, so if you have any donations or anything you want to say before the final duel, you can do. So on you know.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have any donations, but just as a little something to motivate people to donate, let's go over some of the bids we have coming up. Again, just like last time, the Toho 6 character and shot choice remains where it is right now, with Reimu A on $5 and Marissa A, Marissa B, and Reimu B all having yet to score. Any $5 and change donation can push one of the three options in the lead, so by all means, let's get some action here and something exciting going with that incentive before the run happens in about an hour or so. But further on, we have the Cat Quest 2 incentives. There is Save or Kill the Dog Messenger, where one of the missions ends with a dog messenger appearing right after a big boss fight. Help us decide whether we should roll through them to kill them or spare their life. Kill and Save are tied $5 apiece, so anything you do, even the tiniest little nudge, can shift the scales, or, well, tip the scales, that's the saying. And then we also have in the same run, who gets to swing the King's Bane? After the major phase of the final fight, we gain access to the all-powerful King's Bane weapon to slay the final boss. Help decide whether the cat or the dog gets to swing it for the final phase. Dog has $31 and cat has nothing, so get your donations in for any one of those, and for whatever you do, we just want to thank you all for donating.
So, final duel of the game. Basically, he uses those force cards I mentioned, and he also has Giga Drain that steals your what you call it, like your life points for cards. Now, basically, most of the time, if you don't have strong monsters, I'd imagine you'll lose. So most likely, I might lose here because he'll just summon over, he'll move away, play a card, and force and win. Here we go. Force, 1,000 life points. Attack me 5,000, yeah, and I just lose, and you just can't do anything about it. You just need to surrender, you lose, and you go again. So it's all about either you get Green Kappa and you win that way, or you get Dimension Hole, or you get Great Mammoth with like 2 and 3 power ups. Just one of those things. And I'll just say now that when we finish this duel, time is when it comes up you win, and I click X and it takes that away. So that just so you're wary. Of course, I'll count it down because I know in my head like when I press X. So I'll just count it down anyway, just so you know that you can get ready on the button to stop it. So we got Dimension Hole this time. So we're going to do the D-hole strat, because why not? It's probably safer. The D-hole strat is in case, so if you get Green Kappa, you can play it on the top left and you get the grass slot. However, he's moving into me, which is very interesting. So he can't direct attack us. However, we can summon Pumpkin King with 2,200. So we're in a good state, in a good position at the moment to maybe win the duel. Also, his leader ability, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that spellcasters lose damage. Here we go. RNG Bless. Oh, here we go again. Oh, that's why I hate this duel. It's actually so annoying. Why? And you can't play it any safer. You have to go for these like moving forward and try and win, because you know, if you're just sitting back and putting all your cards in defense mode, you're never going to win because he's summoning monsters that have 5,000 damage and you've got 1,000 life points. You just need to keep moving forward. Maybe playing Dimension Hole in front of me would have been maybe better, because then you couldn't have done that. He would have done it anyway, to be honest. But it's in case he starts moving cards to his left and right and he moves. Right, here we go. Because he always either plays a card to his right or left, and it's always like a certain monster. Oh, perfect. So he forced, but he didn't put it in front of me. Yeah, he used it here. So he's got a lot of stars, however, he doesn't have another force. What? How much damage has that got? 2,700, so it's just the same as mine. Okay. Any power-ups? No power-ups, cool. Now, he needs to move away and then attack my monster. So again, because he doesn't have force, we might be okay. Right, thank God. Cool, we did it. So, get ready guys, gonna count you down. So, 3, 2, 1, time. And that's the game. That's Yugi Duelists Roses.
GG.
So what did I get?
Let's see the latency here.
Yeah. 3 seconds or something.
It's a 123.28.
Okay, so I got underestimate, but I still didn't get the sub 120 estimate I had in my head that I wanted. But that's fine, I got underestimate. If I didn't lose all those duels that were annoying, you know, we lost, what, like 7, maybe 5, 6? So, you know, when you take them away, we would have had a lot of time save. But, you know, 7 minutes underestimate helps the marathon stay underestimate and not go too far over. So while I just spam X on the credits, I'll just shout out some people. So again, I'll shout out ESA for having me. Thank you for letting me do my first ESA event. I've been, of course, been on the Twitch channel a couple of times, but actually taking part in an ESA event is, of course, very nice, and thank you for having me. Again, I'll thank Tager, who donated from the Yugi community. I also thank just the full Discord in general, you know, always supportive. Again, if you want to, even if you're interested in this game, you can go to the speedrun.com of it, join the Discord, ask us about the game, because a lot of people tend not to speedrun it compared to Forbidden Memories. Just again, thanks to everybody who's watching, who's supporting me. That's pretty much it. I've been MrDaddyDean. I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'm running Resident Evil 3 tomorrow at 9:30. So if you like the game or just like me as a person, you can come support that run. It should be around 9:30 in the morning UK time, so GMT. But yeah, that's me done. So see you guys later.